Hi and welcome to the Inquiring Cat does recruitment, and today I want to do a short session about pastimes and hobbies that you put into your CV and whether or not you should and whether or not you shouldn't, and this is something which you see in lots of CVs. So I think there's a difference between if you're a junior candidate compared to if you're a very senior executive candidate. If you're a junior candidate, putting in your hobbies and pastimes, I think is absolutely fine. But if you are a senior candidate, putting in that you like reading books and you like cookery is frankly irrelevant if somebody is looking at you as being, I don't know, the finance director of a £100 million business. They're really not that bothered. The exception to that, of course, is if you have done something remarkable. So if you climbed Kilimanjaro and raised £5,000 for a charity, it's very good to mention that. Or if you've done a round the world yacht race leg, then that again would show something about your grit and your determination. And that should definitely be included in your CV. But don't put in that you like cookery if you're a senior candidate, unless of course you're applying for a job in the hospitality trade where there's some symbiosis between the two that would make sense to mention it. One thing that I think every candidate should try to put in their CV is something around philanthropy and volunteering for charities. This appeals to employers because it shows that you have a heart, and it would imply that within the community of a business you're going to be a team player and you're concerned about welfare type issues. And in today's corporate culture, when we don't want bullies, we want people who are team players, to be able to demonstrate that you've been committed to something on the charity front would really be very helpful. So if you're a junior person, by all means put in things that you've done, like being on the hockey team, playing rugby for the local club, or that you belong to some society, book reading society maybe in your local village, or that you visit the local old people's homes. These are all great things to put in there. The other one that often appears in CVs of people of every level is the one of travel. Well, we all like travel, or most people do, unless they, I don't know, get car sick or air sick or something. So if you like travel, don't put it in as anything remarkable if you're a middle to senior manager, because it's not interesting unless it directly relates to the job that you're going to do. If you want to mention travel in the context of being willing to travel or willing to relocate if a job should demand it, is quite a different matter. You don't put that under hobbies and interests. You put that into a section about your availability to work, maybe at the top of your CV where you've put details of your address, and under that you can say available to relocate temporarily or permanently in the UK or overseas, or anything that's appropriate for you. So those are my hot tips around the issue of interests and pastimes. We all have them. And if you haven't got an interest in pastime, go out and get one. It's very good for your mental health. One thing that you might want to avoid in a CV is also mentioning your interests if they are political or strongly political, because this may prejudice through unconscious bias the interviewer. So generally speaking, I would leave that out, unless again you're applying for a job that's in the world of politics, in which case, of course, it's absolutely essential to mention it. Anyway, that's a quick roundup for you, and it's just a further refinement to your CV that hopefully will get you further along the application process to make you a knockout candidate. Next week, we're going to do Dress for Success, and Dress for Success is available or applicable to every candidate level. So if you're a senior candidate, don't think for 1 minute that you can skip next week's issue, because I have some words of advice for you as well as for our graduate and student applicants. Okay.